Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I'm in Australia and thank you everybody for coming along to watch my channel. Today we're going to learn to do needle felting, okay? Now you can do this with a embossing machine, which is a sewing machine with no cotton. It just has needles that jump up and down. I've got the stuff a long time ago because I've been doing it, you know, on and off now a bit over the years. And I will show you what you can get to use. Or you can use one that you can buy now too that looks like a hand mixer, cake mixer or something, and it works. It jumps up and down for you. You can buy these needles in a little container that when you push that down they come out, because you lock that so you don't have to be fiddling with it all the time. You've got to be careful because these needles have got barbs on them and they will stick in you. You can also buy them separate. I have bent this one something frightful this morning, but the warmth of your hand will straighten back up. I got these a long time ago, and actually there was 4 in the packet, so one of them's gone astray. I don't know the price what these were, but I do know that you can pay a real lot of money for things in some places where you don't have to pay so much. It depends where you shop about, okay? So I've ordered 30 of these online. They are 3 different sizes for $4 something. I have to wait about a month to get them, but that's okay. Alright, so you can, and I did get a piece of foam. Like, it was a piece of foam, probably the size of these Brillo pad things, or whatever this is, foam with a pad on. And it was just probably a bit deeper and grey it was, but I've still got it. It's out there where I was working, but I didn't bring everything in because I just wanted to show you that you can also use just a piece of foam rubber. You know what, you can buy one that you wash the car with too, and it works. But you need that. And needles. You don't have to have both of these. You can have that. This one will only do large areas. This one you can go into small parts, okay? You also need to have some wool roving. Now, when I say need to, I guess it's up to you, but this is what you use to do it with. Now you can buy this, you know, or wool off the sheep that hasn't been spun. This is a good one, this wool roving. You can get a sort of an acrylic-y sort of one. I've managed to pick up a lot of bits and pieces over the years, and also I use wool like this sort of thing, right? You can use whatever you like, okay? Well, whatever will work in what you're doing. All right, now today I started to do this here, and then I thought, well, maybe I should be showing you what I'm doing. This is and because you need some felt, because unless you are going to actually use the base of the piece as a felted bit, which is actually a felted piece of fabric that you make yourself, which you can do with water and whatever you wet this wool roving, and you just keep pushing it together with the needle and it will turn into a piece, okay? I'm not going to do that because, to be honest with you, my hand is absolutely giving me heaps just using that. So I'm spinning, and I'm not. I thought I was spinning. That's a bit of the shiny off the. Oh dear, Sonia. Okay, so I started with the base of some wool felt. Now, actually, is this wool or polyester? Because you can get both, and it doesn't really matter. It says it's classic felt. What's it made out of? Polyester. Yeah, see, we'll see. There you go. It's not a wool thing, but it works really well. You can buy different sorts. Some of it's a lot thinner than this one. It just depends what you want to put it on, okay? It's up to you, but if you start out with a felt base, you can pretty much make it look like it has been felted. I could do with a lot more pushing down on this yet because I haven't really done a lot, okay? So I'm going to just probably start on a fresh piece just to show you how it you know, how it gets going. But I'm not going to do something that I can't use later, because once you push that down in there, excuse me, you'll end up with it really pushed together, you know, like, oh dear, I've moved my camera now. You'll have it all compressed, okay, and you'll have to refit to pull it apart if you want to, and you're wasting your wool. You waste just your wool. Now, I know you can buy this at Spotlight, as far as I know. It's been a long time since I've got any from there, and I don't know, and maybe online too. You can actually get it online when you go to look for these needles, which are called felting needles. So if you want to go and find yourself some felting needles, that's what you will find. I can't even see them. You know, I had this box for so long before I could figure out how to open it. It was silliest thing, but anyway, so your felting needles look like this. They've got barbs on the end of them, and like I said, I've got an order of 30. When I get those in, I'll show you what they are like. I don't know what price these cost me, because I bought them and they come in a nice little container at our local wall shop when it was here, so that was a while back now. Okay, so now you can make, like I said, whatever. I'm trying to make something out of this. So I'm going to just work in the centre part of here to start with, to show you, you know, what happens when you do this. Now, you need your underneath, your good foam thing. Yeah, like I said, you can use that if you're going to just be doing a small area. I like to have something I can rest my hand on while I'm doing it, you know, so you've got plenty of space there. So I did put green on that one, but I might just go a little bit off the colour-wise thing, just to show you how it... But then what am I going to make with it later? But that'll look all right. These look fine. Now, you want to pull it apart like this, see? You know, you want to put it nicely apart. You get this thing and you're unlocking it. It's not locked. It's locked now, Sonia, so now we'll unlock it. And, okay, so it'll push it down in like this, okay? And it will press your... It also will sort of mat this together a bit too, more so than what it is. So if you're using a certain length, you probably need to cut it a little bit longer, because it will come in a bit to itself. See, we're giving it a hiding, aren't I? It will, and like I said, it straightens out, and you can see that it's going through to the other side. I hope you can anyway. So therefore you know that it's on there good. It might it'll come off if you give it a good tug. But see, that's how I got my, that's how we get it on there, alright? And this might look alright when I do it as something else. Now, if you're only going to use... So use that bit. Now the machine thing that you can buy, like I said, the handheld one, has the barbs on it like this, and a cover as well, so you don't stick yourself. I've actually made a little pig, and he's three-dimensional, and a few other little things, but I've gifted them away. And if you're doing something like that, you've got it in your hand, and there's a good possibility you could hit your finger a fair bit, you know, because you're doing this. And I did. So I'm waiting to make myself, or get myself, some of those little finger stalls to put on your hands. So you could do this with your one thing, right? You just... A lot of work. A lot of us have arthritis, and this is... But it's good exercise. Good exercise for you, you know. And you can just straighten it or put it whichever way you want it to go, okay? Now, I'm going to put a piece of wool on there just to show you how the wool works, because it's got all these fibres on it, okay? So it will work by just putting it down and doing this. Now, if you want to put anything else on, any sort of fabric or anything, I don't know whether I would say to you... I'm going to say to myself, where's my scissors? Here. I don't know whether I'd say to you to do it with this or not. It might take a lot of work to try and put in. We can have a go in a minute, and I'll show you, you know, how much work it does take to do it. We could probably get this bloke here out. because when you just lift it up, you've got it flat. It's sort of, so you can see there on the bottom, at least I hope you can, where it's going through to the back, because then you know that it's caught on there, because you do not want it falling off. You know, you could make a bag. I probably would make a bag out of this if I, yes, I could probably do that, couldn't I? Keep continuing on and make a bag, because I have a lot of wool fibres, a lot of wool bits and pieces and colours. So that's basically for that bit. Now, and I've got other, all sorts, I've got all sorts of things. Now let me see, I just want to try and see how anything lacy will work. I don't know that it will, because you've got nothing that's going to catch up. But if you could sew that on, might get in a bit. No, see, it's not going to work, right? And it won't, because it hasn't got fibres that come apart like the wool has. Like we got these bits of eyelet. People have lots of eyelet and lots of nice fibres like this. Let's try this one here. There's a vague possibility this could go in, but very vague, because I don't think this has got anything either. So if you want to add, see, it won't, it's pushing down some of the shiny bit, but it's not going to hold, and you don't want things that are going to come apart on you. Okay, that's something I do. But anyhow, so that's how you can achieve that. Now, I've been working on putting these little flowers on here. Now, you can do that yourself by just making the flower shape, okay? This camera, I've got it skewed. I hope this is in the shop. Everything's sliding away. Look at this. Had it all settled down there yesterday, but it's all slipping away. Okay, I don't know whether to keep going or not, but I will. Just in the hope that we have recorded this. So, the little circles. Now, you can buy these shape things, right? Got a butterfly in there. Actually have him out there. I've done butterflies, put them onto bags. There's a lot of pushing up and down that, so we won't do that sort of today, but I'll show you with the circles I made the flower. Okay, so I'll do a flower on here in the blue. I'll do the blue. So you only need this much, right? Because you're just going to make a little round circle, ain't you? So into that hole there, that I hope you can see. There we go. I'm going to just push this, and I'm going to keep this thing here, this shape thing, as tight, as close, hang on a minute, as still as I possibly can. I'll jump up and down around in here with the little needle. And there you go, you've got a round thing on there, look at that, a bubbly thing. And he goes right through the back, see? Okay. Now, if you want to, you can hold it in your hand and you can do that, and then you can fasten it on, but I don't think I'd trust that. If you want to be me, I'm going to come over, I'll leave that one, because I want to show you that you can actually put it down without that, right? You just make your shape. You can do your little shape here. Probably not as fast, but still the same idea. You know, you can please yourself what it turns out like anyway, whether you want to make it round, or if you keep going round, it'll come to you eventually. And then you can, so that's how you do your bit of felting. I can't see that, sorry. I have to lift it up to see whether it's round or not. I can't see. I can see what I'm doing, but I can't see it from this angle, so I just have to give myself a look, you see. But you can just bring it to the shape that you need it to be. And then you've got this three-dimensional flower on there. And he is on there because look, all the part that's come through the back. You could get it off, but you're going to have to yank it off there, and it just seems a shame that you would do that after you went to spend all that time doing that. This one I'll take off because I need to show you what happens. See, it's all tightly together, and if you do it and you take it apart, then you can't you can't get this apart. It takes a bit of doing, okay? And all I did for this was just move my circle round to the yellow bit in the centre, okay? So that's all that I needed to do to get that there. Now, I'm going to just have a go at putting the felt on the felt, okay? So, just to show you how this works. I've got this that I've cut out way previously, way back and down the line, way previously. Come on, you. Now this is not going too smart, is it? Because it will, because it's, if the fibres off that come through there, you can do it. When I say come through there, if you poke, hang on a second, we'll get this other one out here. There you see, it's gone through there because of the fibres that will go through to the other side. Now, what you could do then, after you got that centre, which is a strange colour, and I don't know why I used that, it's too big and there's all these issues with it, because I said I wanted to use this. You could, where's my bag? See if I got another shape here. I had all these cut out for a fair while, these shapes, and I just sort of grabbed them because I wanted to show you that you can make it in a three-dimensional way. See, you can get your little circly thing and just put down the top bit here, just that bit. Bending my needle again. Whoops. I could get this, hang on, I'll lay it down flat, might be a bit easier to handle, and just jump up and down in the one spot for a minute, right? And you've got it sitting up, if you see what I mean. And you're going to have a sitting up flower, and I'm going to fix this by putting a bit of yellow in the centre after to fix the colour of it a bit. And then you've got your felt piece sitting up like that, but it's actually connected. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. Might have just a little mouthful of water. And I really hope this is not going to turn off. And if it does, I'm very sorry. So you got to going through. You just need to be a little bit patient, you know. So and I do not have another one of those petals that size that make you cry. Well, I put orange in the inside. Look at that, isn't that cool? Now I'm going to make sure it's flat on the back, and it is. But it's just a matter of being a little bit persistent with it. Not hard at all, is it? Really not. And you know what, I don't care that broke down a bit and went into the middle like it did, because it just worked just so good, didn't it? All I've got to do now is cut out another piece for over here. I've got one here, but it's a bit too big. It's bigger than the others. But I think, you know, once I get it cut down a bit, I won't do it with the scissors because it's not going to end up nice like that. But once I cut it down and put it in there, that's going to look awesome, right? And then you can just use a piece of greenish sort of thing, green a bit of green, and make your stem, which I probably would have put it under here first. I don't know. So it looks like a flower. Wait a minute. Maybe we should put the stem under there first, okay? So it's a bit under this way. Might be able to just pull that up there and move it over. What do you reckon? Nothing's not done in stone. Oh, well, it's not in stone yet, is it, really, till we get it there? Okay. That's how you could make your three-dimensional flower if you wanted to. You can use lots of different sorts of fabric. It's just a matter of trial and error to see what you come up with. But I'm really keen and, you know, really into doing a bit of this at the moment. So you'll probably see a bit, maybe. I'll show you a few things. And yes, I will come back and show you long and short stitch, okay? So I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.